Okay, now here's what's going on. I have the containers full, but I have some room in the container for about 10 or 15 short pieces of logs. And I just ran across a pile of about 10 or 15 pieces of log. So we're going to go into the trenches. We're going to take the Skull and Bones contracting into the trenches. And we're going to go in front of this machine down that hole right there. And we're going to load the bucket by hand, which is normal for a big job sometimes to do that. But most people that operate machines don't even get out of the machine during the course of the day. But when you own your own equipment and you're a sole proprietor and you work by yourself, so you don't have to pay workman's compensation, you have to do things a little differently. So we're going to load this up by hand, all these little pieces of logs like this. And normally someone would have took this stuff for firewood, but the people in this neighborhood, they're rich, so they buy the firewood. It don't matter. By the time I stack it in the front and walk around it 50 times with the machine, it's cheaper to just throw it into the container. At the end of the day, it's not even 2 buckets of material. 2 yards. 2 or 3 yards, anyway. Okay, now they're getting a little big towards the back there. I don't even know if I could pick those up even if I wanted to. These are pretty heavy. This is Australian pine. It's a really hard, heavy wood. Pretty useless. It's like a weed in the Keys. It's very hard though. There's a nice plank. Okay. I put some of these logs in front of the property last week. Nobody even took one. Probably they should have. Surprised they didn't stop and ask me to deliver it to them for free. Which is out of the question. Because to operate a machine like this costs about $1 a minute. By the time you figure wear and tear on the tires themselves, fuel, hydraulic fluid, and all the other miscellaneous belts, hoses, lights, lenses, all that stuff. The machine costs about $1 a minute to run the machine, plus you have to store it and you have to insure it. And the minimum insurance is about $200 a month down here, what they want for minimums. That's a sole proprietor. That's not workman's comp, and that's not insurance for employees. Just to have the machine on the road, well, maybe $175 a month. Okay, the rest of these I'm going to have to dig them out with the machine as I go along. But for right now, I can put this load into the container. It's almost like a free load, because if they were much longer, I wouldn't get them to go down into the little holes or crevices in the top of the machine, in the top of the bin, the container. Okay, so that's a little bit less than a yard of material, but when you figure that the material costs $20, well, $30 a yard to discard the material, that's a free $20, $25 bill. Depends on how much you think is in the container. Oh boy. I used to do this all day and not get tired. And now it's only 3 o'clock and I'm tired already. Now I'll turn the machine around and just push it down a little bit. There was a little hole in there. A little hole. Took a yard of material. It took 1,200 pounds of material to fill up that little hole. I think I'm going to be packing it in early today. Today was a tough day. I've moved a lot of rocks and a lot of material by hand. Maybe I'll go grab those 3 logs that are over there. Pull them up onto the site. I have to push this material down a little bit. Push that right into the back of the next can and the pile behind it too. this machine has just grabbed about 2,000 pounds of material. Easily that much. And pulled it 10 feet forward in less than 30 seconds. And I just did it again. Now I'm going to put the extender hoe out and grab those 3 logs. And they weigh over 1,000 pounds, easy. Now that I have them up in the air like that, I might want to put those on the container. Just because if I put them on the top of the container, they'll crush down all the light debris and it won't stick up over the top because they're heavy, and the weight will allow me to crush the container down a little bit. The idea is to go slow so they don't bounce out of the bucket. Now I'm going to put the bucket down, lock the machine down in the front so it's stable while I'm swinging. While I'm swinging the load, want to have it as stable as possible. Because if they bounce out now, it'll take me a half an hour to get them back into the bucket or into the bin. Well, we got 2 out of 3. Maybe we put it around the other side. Maybe not. the end of that video. I am tired. It is hot. I'm out of juice. Still have a little water. We did run out of juice. I only bring about 15 ounces of sweetened juice. I don't like to get too excited while I'm running the machine. Okay, we're out of water. We're going home. No sense in getting dehydrated. I'm looking good. I know I'm looking good. Smartest person in the world when it comes to the Bible and the $1 bill. Nobody in the world knows more about the dollar bill than Michael Fazio. And I left my beard grow just to show you that I'm a regular guy that's smarter than any so-called biblical scholar or theologian in the world, because if they were so damn smart, private or institutionalized theologian when it comes to religion and theology, then don't you think that even one of them would have come forward to take my $10,000 Fazio challenge, saying that there's an Ark of the Covenant on the $1 bill, an exact replica of the Ark of the Covenant on the $1 bill, and here it is. The entire green side of the $1 bill is an exact 2-scale replica of the real Ark of the Covenant. Don't you think a Bible scholar would have come forward and said, no, that's not the Ark of the Covenant, Michael Fazio. Michael Fazio, you're an idiot. I'm going to bet you the $10,000 that that's not the Ark of the Covenant. But they don't, because once they read my book, Angels on the Ark by Michael Fazio, a 1,990 page, 602,000 word book, ebook, $3.99. You push a button and it's on your desktop until at least June 30th, 2013. Once they read my book, they realize they can't take the $10,000 Fazio challenge, because you are looking at the most intelligent person in the entire world when it comes to the understanding of the Bible. Some people call it Bible thumping with Fazio. I call it screw you, Bible theologians and so-called scholars. I'm 200 times smarter than any of you could ever hope to be. And I'm also telling you that there's a skull and bones on the $1 bill. When you fold it in the configuration that I'm going to show you in a minute, when you fold it where it says the America, America, on the dollar bill, you can now see the hog-nosed bat face right in the middle of the V, the wings of the hog-nosed bat, and the skull and bones with teeth on the dollar bill. And when you flip it over, that's the Bohemian Grove owl, because those three organizations, the Bohemian Grove owl runs the political and system of America and the war machine. The skull and bones with teeth runs the Bank of England, and the Ark of the Covenant is represented by the Vatican, which controls the United States of America, because they put the Ark of the Covenant on the $1 bill. And I have $20,000 that says you can't prove me wrong. I have $30,000 that says you can't prove me wrong. I have $40,000 I'll put in escrow that says no Bible scholar in the world can prove me wrong. I have $50,000 that no Bible scholar or so-called expert in the entire world can prove me wrong. Why doesn't anybody take my challenge? I have the money. I'll put it in escrow. You put yours in escrow. We'll go before a jury of our peers, and I will take your money. You will lose. That's why no one takes the Fazio challenge, because they know I'm smarter than anybody that ever lived when it comes to the Bible and pictographs on the dollar bill. And this is Michael Fazio in Key Largo. Remember, we are today working in a 428B backhoe. We did some grubbing. We also did some excavation. We also did some loading. And we did all of that with the Skull and Bones on the backhoe in Key Largo in Pirates Cove. That's right, March 20th, Michael Fazio, the smartest person when it comes to the Bible that has ever lived. The Bible has nothing at all to do with God. It doesn't have anything to do with any kind of God. It's an organization that has controlled the world since the beginning of time. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has a package for me. That's my camera from Canon. Wow. Let me come over there. My Canon camera. Ah. That lady, she kept a promise. I can't believe. I can't believe that lady talked to me at 5 o'clock last night and told me that she was going to have my camera today. And she did. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, I came by the house and I figured, I remembered you being over here, so
I also have something coming from Northern Equipment within the next couple of days. Probably be a UPS.
It'll be either myself or Bill, the tall guy.
Okay, thank you very much. What's your name again?
I'm Roy. I'm your favorite guy.
Roy, that was a long time ago. Roy,
I made up for it.
Have a nice day, Roy. Thank you very much. That's the driver. He actually hunted me down. Thank you, Roy. He actually hunted me down to give me my Canon camera. No doubt they didn't give me a charger. I know that. It's okay though. I have my Canon camera. Oh boy. I don't like this. You know? It looks like the box was open. Maybe they reopened it at the factory. There is something in there. Maybe I should open it up right now. Before I shut this camera off. I'm going to open this up right now. Oh man. That would really be crazy if it wasn't in there. You can see the label is on this side, on the outside, but at some point the label was on this side. We're going to open this up right now and make sure. You could even see the tape was ripped over here. Right here. Oh boy. Probably it's in there. You can see the tape was ripped on this side too. Right there, along there. It's ripped under the plastic that came with the box. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just make sure the camera's in there.